I will start, but I am wondering, are you doing your homework? Because Upanishadic understanding and to retain the truth, unless you do your homework, it will not be beneficial. Swarajya samrajya vibhutiresha bhavat kripa shri mahima prasadat prapta maya shri gurave mahatmane namo namastestu punarnamostu namo namastestu punarnamostu namo namastestu punarnamostu namastasmai sadaikasmai kasmai chinmahase namaha yadetad vishvarupena rajate guru rajate yadetad vishvarupena rajate guru rajate. Hari Om Tat Sat. We will start with the Shanti Patha of Kathopanishad. Following me, you also chant. Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Ma vidvishavahai.
Ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
I feel like reminding Tejasvi now adhitamastu. May whatever we learn become brilliant. And I explain how does it become brilliant? By living the truth. In entire spirituality we discuss is our own identity. So anything, any knowledge here, it becomes brilliant when we live the truth. As much as we live the truth, so much brilliance it takes. Finally, we get dissolved in the truth. So, we were discussing the Omkara because Yamaraja started his message with Sarve Veda Yat Padamamananti Tapamsi Sarvani Chayad Vadanti Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tatte Padam Sangrahena Bravimi Om Ityetad He said that the purpose of all the Shastras, all the austerities, tapas, and whatever we do in the name of spirituality, religion, etc., the ultimate purpose is one only. The aim is very simple and one. What is that? It is represented by Om. Yamaraja said, I will tell you in essence what is that. That is the Om. Now we said that Om actually has two meanings. One is it represents Brahma Vidya. That means the truth of the Atma is represented by Om. It is a symbol of Brahma Vidya, what we are studying. So the knowledge is also represented by Om. The other part of Om is it is used as Om Upasana. Upasana I have explained in great detail that initially when even the Vedic period started, people were doing yaya, yajna, etc., desiring something, mostly desiring heaven or desiring children, etc. So it was all desireful prayers addressed to some deity somewhere in the sky, not within us. Then slowly they understood that getting anything from the world, we are not going to be satisfied. So where lies the final fulfillment of life? Then they conceived of God, something not in the form of those powers, but in the form of some cosmic intelligence or so, and to whom they started praying for, even if we consider that God is something of a murti, then also their prayer changed from material desireful prayers to desire for purity, good qualities, noble qualities, all those things. So the prayers became self-addressed prayer. That is, purity will come when you really aspire for purity. Purity will dawn you. That is what we had explained, that Shanti mantras are all like that, self-addressed prayers. Now these are all actually upasana, because we are thinking God as different from us and we are praying to God for something, ultimate fulfillment or some purity and other qualities, etc. Then the next step came that they understood that the truth doesn't lie in the external world, but it is within, and they started looking within. Then came the real Upanishadic Vidya, the Brahma Vidya. And that led to the final discovery of our own real identity. The ultimate truth is not only one, it is transcendental. Why? From that one the whole multitude has come. It is encompassing the one as well as the infinity, multitude. So that transcendental truth is nothing but our own identity, which always we are using as I. There I had quoted from Shvetashvatara, if you remember, that it is in a combination of the inner brilliance which reveals everything and which we call as I, and which is the source of the tremendous power, energy we see in this universe. All are coming from that one Atma consciousness, and Atma is not divided in the bodies, it is not multiple, it is one and transcendental, it is nothing different from the Brahman. This is the Upanishadic conclusion. Now initially Yamaraja, when he instructed Nachiketa, he said that I will tell you in essence, and that is represented by Om. Now then he said that in our spirituality, this Om is used for two things. One is called, it represents the Apara Brahma, that means the inferior Brahman, or you can say Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha, it is a name. In English it will be a golden womb. Golden womb. That is from where the whole universe manifests. It is like a seed, as a tree. The huge tree, it is hiding in the seed. All the coding is there in the seed, and the seed manifests as the tree. Like that, they conceive of an abhyakta, an unmanifest state, from where the manifest things have come. The whole manifest universe. If you remember, It is nothing but causality. That is the starting point of causality. As I said initially, the whole visible universe in the objectitude, everything is related by causality. That means there is a cause for everything. So here also Hiranyagarbha, conception of Hiranyagarbha, the idea of Hiranyagarbha came as the cause of the universe. That is, unmanifest is the cause of the manifest. But finally we have to transcend the causality, transcend time, transcend space, transcend cause and effect chain. And then the reality is called Param Brahman. That this Param Brahma and the Apara Brahma, Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. This Aparabrahma is the Brahma which has become the world. So in the world also there is nothing other than the truth, nothing other than Atma, nothing other than consciousness. The whole universe is appearing in the consciousness. Whole universe, when we are saying, don't forget, I am telling repeatedly, the universe which contains my body, mind, personality also as a small speck. This universe is appearing in the consciousness. So such a consciousness is not within the body. The body is within the consciousness. This we should not forget. I have explained quite a few times. It has to be, we have to do manana to get this truth absorbed, settled in us. Now there he said that etadhyevaksharam brahma, etadhyevaksharam param, etadhyevaksharam jnatva yo yadichyati tasya tat. Etad hi eva aksharam. Akshara means the syllable. Actually in Sanskrit, akshara means syllable. Everything is, they are all aksharas, called aksharas. Truly, the akshara means unchanging, unperishable. Akshara is referred to the ultimate truth, which is imperishable, which doesn't undergo any change at all. But these aksharas also, the root aksharas also are, root syllables are also called akshara, because from there the word and all the expression, words, sentences and all kinds of expressions are coming out of them. They are the original building block of our expression. And Om particularly, it has got 3 sounds in it. It is a syllable in which 3 sounds are integrated. A, U and So it has got the A, U. So in between all other sounds can be produced. That from full open to closed sound, in between E, U, etc. everything will come in between. So that is why it is taken as a representation of the Brahman. That from this, the whole, all the variety, all the infinitude, all the infinite variety of the universe has come. So that way, this is symbolizing the truth. In Mandukya Upanishad, you will find the whole Upanishad. It has got only 12 mantras. But all the 12 mantras are on Omkara only. It is explaining the Omkara in a very detailed and elaborate manner. I have taken those shlokas also sometimes. It might be there in the YouTube. While discussing Mundakopanishad, I have used the main shloka in Mandukya also was explained. That is there, and in other Upanishads also this Omkara comes repeatedly. It has been in Mundakopanishad. I will take it up also today. He says that once we know what is this Omkara, what is that hidden in this mantra, then whatever we want, that happens. Means what? If we are looking for the inferior Brahman, that is, we are looking for the Hiranyagarbha or Brahma, the creator as we say, that means looking for still something objective. That point you should mark. Everywhere in spirituality, to get at the ultimate truth, we have to understand the difference between subject and object. We have to move from the object to the subject and finally transcend the subject-object duality also. That is, we have to go to that inexpressible, inconceivable truth from which both subject and object have come. So, once one who knows this as we are looking for something objective, he attains that. That means he may attain various powers and he will identify himself with the Creator with lot of power and all. But those who are looking for the ultimate knowledge of his real identity or the Atma or the Brahman, he will attain that if he does upasana for that. So they are not eliminating upasana as a method. It is a step-by-step method. The upasana is advocated for purifying our mind, and when the shuddhi, the purification is done, it will become, the mind and intelligence will become fit for grasping the knowledge. So upasana is very important for the purification of our being. And once the being is purified, then we really become fit for the ultimate knowledge. That we should remember. So upasana is given maximum importance everywhere to approach this spiritual truth. The second one I had explained in detail. Etadalambanam shreshtham. Would you like to chant? Etadalambanam shreshtham.
Etadalambanam shreshtham.
Etadalambanam param.
Etadalambanam param.
Etadalambanam jnatva.
Etadalambanam jnatva.
Brahmaloke mahiyate.
Brahmaloke mahiyate.
See, here also, alambana means the support, where whatever we hold on for doing anything, whatever we hold on to. In this case, it is a support, it is a refuge for us. So this shloka is very important, because whatever we take to as a refuge, we have to take it as the ultimate, as the supreme. Otherwise we will not get the benefit of it. That is why you will find that in our Shastras, whenever they present something, they will say that I am going to present now the greater than the great secret, or the greatest secret, or the most efficient method. So I can also put like that, so that you become a little more attentive in listening, that actually it is so. Unless we are able to generate the Shraddha in you, Shraddha means the value that you have to learn any Vidya, we have to value it. We have to give it the supreme value. Then only the Vidya we will be able to. Suppose you don't value something. If you don't value even money, will money stay with you? You will be frittered away. Everything will go. Money will not stay with you. Anything you want, suppose you want purity, you must give value to the purity. Suppose honesty. Unless you value honesty, you will not be able to remain honest. You will be taken to various corruptions. So the primary thing is the Shraddha, that what value we give a certain quality or whatever in our life. So the Shastras present in a manner so that whatever the truth is presented, we value it. So he says that if you consider Omkar to be your sadhana, that you are taking the help of Omkara to reach the goal, consider that to be that alambana, that refuge, to be the highest refuge, that refuge to be the supreme refuge. Then what will happen? I had explained the other day with respect to that. Suppose you have taken initiation from a guru. The guru has given you a mantra. Generally these mantras for Sadgurus, this mantra will be a traditional mantra. From how far back they are coming down, we don't know. Because they, by repeated practice of the mantra, they get more and more empowered. It becomes very, very powerful. So, when the Guru gives the mantra, the Guru's mind, Guru's being is blazing with the mantra, but we are not able to know it. We may see some brilliance in the face of the Guru also, or in his eyes, or in the atmosphere. Those feelings can be there, but it is just it's an initial feeling. We will not know the real power of that mantra. So suppose you don't value that mantra, then whatever Guru said, that you sit for meditation and practice this for 1 hour or half an hour or 2 hours or whatever the Guru has instructed. If you don't value it, then you will not do it. As I know of many of the disciples, it is like that after some time they stop their japa. Although Swamiji has never asked them to stop the japa. Japa means mantra. It is not just repeating the mantra. The other day I said mantra means mananat trayati iti mantra. That means by ruminating on the meaning of the word, by contemplating of the meaning of the word, that mantra becomes powerful and it becomes like a fire in us. So initially, unless we value it, how will we progress in our sadhana? Initially, we have to value the Guru as the Supreme, as we every morning sing, but we never think what we are singing. That Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, everybody, from the child in the school, everybody chants this mantra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Nobody knows what they are chanting. We have to think about it also, that Guru has to be given the supreme position. So Guru has given me a sadhana, a practice, a mantra, and how to practice, how to do the sadhana. That also has to be given the supreme position. That we don't give, then we won't get the proper benefit also. So whatever we are taking as alambana, as the support, as the refuge, that has to be given the supreme position. Etad alambanam shreshtham, etad alambanam param. Then what will happen as we are practicing, that mantra will slowly, that alambana, whichever, it can be mantra, it can be Guru also. If you value the Guru, give him the supreme position, then you will very soon find that you will discover the real Guru in him. And your mind also will start becoming the mind like the Guru, like the Guru's mind. So it is a blossoming of the mantra, you can say. It is blossoming of the Diksha, you can say. It is the blossoming of Guru within you. Guru is a light within us and it starts blossoming. This is the secret of any spiritual practice. I am saying it is secret. It is a secret. Unless you do it with proper value, the result of the sadhana you will be missing. So finally the mantra should blaze in us. Then we can say that now I have known what is this mantra. The power of the mantra has now been lived. It is being lived by you. This is what I am saying, that Tejasvi now adhitamastu. Whatever we are studying, may it become brilliant. How will it become brilliant? By living it. Like that, when we live the mantra, it becomes brilliant in us. It has its full potential and the blazing radiation from it. Then you get identified with the mantra. You become the Om through that. Om is, here it is Om. Otherwise, whatever the mantra is that. So this is the Brahmaloke Mahiyati. It can be in two sense. One is that those who are doing the Apara Brahma Upasana, they will be identified with the Creator. That is the Brahma Loka. Loka they have used usually in that sense. And those who are taking to the Omkara for the ultimate knowledge of Brahman, the Param Brahman, the Parabrahma, for them also they will attain that as the Brahma Loka. It is not a Loka for them. They will become Brahman. It is called Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. One who comes to know the Brahman, he becomes the Brahman. See, etad alambanam jnatva. When you are knowing the Brahman, that knowledge means what? Brahmaiva Bhavati. He becomes the Brahman. Brahma Loke Mahiyate then becomes the figurative expression. Actually it is he becomes Brahman. Here there is something to be noted for guiding our sadhana on the proper path. Because in the previous case, when we are doing the Apara Brahma or any other Upasana, generally all of us, when we do the Upasana, we are thinking of gaining something. Our mind is always still on gaining something. Gaining power, gaining shanti, gaining some experience, gaining some vibration, or that is experience. Gaining some knowledge, that also is, as long as the knowledge is different from me, it is gaining that knowledge. But actually the true knowledge of the self, that is nothing to be gained. Because that which you are, can you again have it? Whatever is already prapta, prapta means whatever we are, we have, can you again gain it? You are already that, how can you gain that? So Atma, whatever the Upanishads are talking about, we are already that infinite, all-pervading, transcendental Atma. So you cannot gain that Atma. Self-realization is not gaining the self. Self we already are, always we are. But as I said that the cloud is covering the sun, actually the cloud is not covering the sun. The sun is always blazing. Cloud is covering our vision, our eyes, our vision. Like that, the ajnana, the ignorance of our mind, our indulgence in the world, and always thinking in terms of what I have to, whatever we like, whatever we dislike, etc., which consists of the full black cloud of ajnana, that covers the vision of what we really are. So when by this knowledge practice, that whatever we are trying to imbibe through the Upanishads, by that vidya or the knowledge practice or the jnana, what happens is that this jnana removes that ajnana. So when the jnana removes the ajnana, it is like the wind taking away the cloud, then the sun shines. We have not got the sun separately. The sun was there always. We have not gained anything. It was there always. We just see that it is there. Like that, this knowledge, when the knowledge removes the ignorance, the prakasha, that brilliance of the Atma, it simply shines. We are not gaining anything. Actually, it is not an attainment also in that sense. That is our swarupa, that is our real identity. Swarupa means our real identity. So the real identity becomes visible. So the ultimate spiritual practice is not for gaining anything, but to remove the ajnana. In Vivekachudamani it is said, Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastupalabdhaye. Chittasya. Chitta means mind. Mind means when in the consciousness there are thoughts. So that is the mind. Thoughts, when there is no thought, there is no mind. Chitta, when we are referring to, we mean when there are vritti, we call it vritti, that is modifications are taking place. Thoughts are there, analysis are there, intelligence and the mind both are functional. Chittasya shuddhaye karma. Whatever we are doing, karma means where there is causality. Even upasana is a karma, because we are doing upasana to get some benefit out of it, get something. So that is a karma. Chittasya shuddhaye karma. All that we do are only to purify our chitta, our mind. Natu vastupalabdhaye. That is not for realizing the truth. Vastu siddhir vicharena. Vastu siddhi vicharena. Na kinchit koti karma bhihi. Vastu siddhi means to know the truth, to become the self. It comes only through vichara. Vichara means knowing what is the ajnana covering us. By vichara, that ajnana is removed. That's all. By doing any karma, this is not attained, or this never happens. Na kinchit koti karma bhi. Even if you do crores of work, remember that engagement in the work is only to purify our mind, so that the mind becomes free of its multiple entanglement with the raga, dveshas and all. When that is removed, then the truth becomes fully visible. Now, as this is what the upasana sadhana is, now we will go over to the next step, that how it is to be done. That Mundakopanishad explains very well. So we will go over to Mundakopanishad, second section, 2.2.3 and 4. 2.2.3 and 4. I would like to do even from before. Sometimes we'll do. Let us take this. You may not have, but what can be done? I will read slowly, you can repeat. Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram.
Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram.
Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram.
Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram.
Sharam hyupasa nishitam sandhayita.
Sharam hyupasa nishitam sandhayita.
I will break it further. Dhanuhu grihitva. Dhanuhu grihitva. That dhanuhu means the bow. Grihitva means taking the dhanuhu, taking the bow. What is that bow? Aupanishadam mahastram. Upanishad to Aupanishad means that the mahastram is the great weapon which is in the Upanishads. What is that? They have said that is the Omkara. They will say again. In Kathopanishad just now we saw that this Brahma Vidya is represented by the Omkara. Now they are saying that you take this Omkara which is the Aupanishadam mahastram. There is a great weapon given by the Upanishad to us. Take that bow. Sharam hi upasa nishitam sandhayita. Sharam means the arrow. What kind of an arrow? Upasa nishitam. Later on they will say Sharam is my own being, body mind complex. Or you can say mind with intelligence also is involved. Not the body, mind and intelligence. Emotion also. Sharam hi, the arrow is only the upasa nishitam sandhayita means you fix the arrow and pull the bow. Upasa nishitam, that means which has been sharpened by the upasana. Upasa nishitam means which has been made very sharp by upasana. See, just now I was saying the upasana is very important to purify our mind, intelligence, emotions, etc., our being. So he is saying that it is the mind, intelligence, the whole being has to be sharpened by the upasana, just like sharpening the arrow. If the arrow is not sharp, then what will happen? Tell me. Even if you hit the bullseye, what will happen? It will fall. It will hit the bullseye, but it will not go and remain there. That is what happens to all of us. Even if the truth is told, even sometimes we feel that we have now hit the cell, but within a few minutes it's gone, or in next moment it is gone. So the arrow will just go, hit and fall. So by that you won't gain anything. The arrow must go and hit and get fixed there. So next sloka also will say that. Sharam hi upasa nishitam sandhayita. Sandhayita means putting the arrow, we pull the blow, the bow, what do you call the string. Sandhayita, you string. Now, sandhayita means just to fix the arrow on the bow. Then comes ayamya. This is ayamya means pulling the string. By pulling the string, what are you doing? You are giving the potential energy to the arrow, is it not? The moment you release, the arrow will go with the full energy. So, what you are doing is supplying the full force to the arrow by pulling the bow. So, in the sadhana also we have to do like that. Ayamya tad bhava gatena chetasa. Oh, this I have not chanted, no? This Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram.
धनुर्गृहीत्वा उपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
धनुर्गृहीत्वोपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
धनुर्गृहीत्वा उपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
शरं ह्युपासानिशितं सन्धयिता
शरं ह्युपासानिशितं सन्धयिता
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य विद्धि
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य विद्धि
He says ayamya tat bhava tadbhavagatena cetasa lakshyam tat eva aksharam somya viddhi. I will explain in detail, but first we will read the next verse also. Somya is calling the disciple as noble hearted, calm, what do you call, composed. So he is giving the certificate to the disciple, because unless you are having a composed, desire free mind, then the truth will not go. The arrow has not been sharpened, so the arrow will fall off. So he is here calling the disciple as Somya. Somya has come from the moon, moon-like. Oh, if you can have such a disciple, moon-like disciple. Everybody would like to have. As Yamaraja is saying, oh Nachiketa, more and more seekers like you come to us. So we understand that all the gurus are deprived of their food. What is the food? Not for eating. The disciples are not available. Our Baba used to say, Guru mele lakhe lakh, shishya nahi mele ak. Guru mele lakhe lakh, shishya nahi mele ak. You can get gurus in lakhs and lakhs. Everybody wants to become a guru and are a guru. You give a little scope, whatever he knows, he will preach you. He may not be following anything, but he will preach you everything. Particularly about medicine, I think it is very true. If you have a little stomachache, 10 people will suggest 10 different remedies for that. It has not worked for them, but they suggest you. This is the... So, the Guru mele lakhe lakhe. Guru you will get in lakhs and lakhs, but not a single shishya anywhere. Because it is not that disciples are not there. Disciples also will be there. But the real disciple means who has the shishya bhava. A person will not become a real guru unless he has always a shishya bhava. That means the humility and the eagerness to know the truth. That is very, very rare. So that is why Yamaraja is saying that, oh Nachiketa, more and more disciples, seekers like you come to us. And also he says that Brahma sadhana is wide open, you simply walk in. That means whatever qualities you have gathered, that is sufficient. Self-knowledge is there itself. With the qualities you become the self. It is not something you suddenly gain out of anything. So he is referring to the Shishya as the Somya. Here it is from Mundakopanishad. So the Shishya is actually a great householder called Shaunaka. And the teacher is Angirasa. I have not told the story. One day I will take it up. But it is there in the Mundakopanishad lectures. I will read the next verse and then come back to the interpretation again. Pranavo dhanusharo hyatma
प्रणवो धनुष्यरो ह्यात्मा
Pranavo dhanusharo hyatma
प्रणवो धनुष्यरो ह्यात्मा
Brahmatallakshyamuchyate
ब्रह्मतल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
Brahmatallakshyamuchyate
ब्रह्म तल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्.
So here he is further clarifying Pranavaha Dhanuhu. What is the bow? In the earlier mantra he said Upanishadam Mahastram. That is the Dhanu, that is the bow. What is the Upanishadam Mahastram now? He says Pranavaha Dhanuhu. That means Pranavaha. Pranavaha is Omkara is called Pranavaha. It's called Pranava mantra. So that is the Upanishadic Mahastra. Now don't forget that this Omkara is not just the sound, it represents the Brahma Vidya also. So it can be taken in both meanings. That is, if you practice the meditation with the Omkara, then it is the sound. And where do you have to reach? Following the Omkara, you have to reach the silence. The truth comes when the also that gets merged into the silence. The mind also will get merged into the thoughtless level, that is the consciousness. And when you consider that the Omkara is the symbol of Brahma Vidya, then you have to consider that it is the truth, the Brahman, it is the Parabrahman. Right from the beginning, both meanings are there. So he says, Pranavo Dhanuhu, Sharohi Atma. The bow is the Pranavaha, the Omkara, or the Upanishad Vidya. And Atma is the Sharaha. Atma means it is not the Atma we are talking about, the universal Atma. Atma is used in various sense. Here the Atma is used in the sense of my own being. That is the aggregate of mind, intelligence and everything, emotion, everything. That is the Atma. That is what I consider to be the I. Atma means Aham Pratyaya Gocharaha. The definition of Atma is Aham Pratyaya Gocharaha. That which is known by the sense, that by the conviction that I. That is called the Atma. So although we don't know the real identity, the real Atma the Upanishad is speaking about, we have a concept of our I. So that is the Atma here, that what we consider to be the Atma. Why I am saying that? Because they are clearly saying that the Lakshya of that Atma is the Brahman. How will the Atma become Brahman? The Atma is actually the Brahman, and by this sadhana it will realize that the Atma is actually the Brahman. So here the Atma is Sharohi Atma. The arrow is the Atma. Now what did they say in the previous verse? Upasa Nishita. Upasa Nishitam. Sharam Hi Upasa Nishitam. He is there. That is the emphasis. That the Shara has to be, ought to be, must be sharpened by Upasana. So that is the kind of Atma. Our being has to be purified, made attentive by the Upasana. Sharohi Atma Brahma Tallakshyam Uchyate. And what is the goal of that Atma, which I am thinking as I? Goal is Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the Upanishadic Mahavakya. We should not forget. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi is the Upanishadic Mahavakya. So Aham, the I, which I am thinking as a small I, sad I, suffering I, jealous I, always thinking ill of others I. No, not necessarily good of others also, but partially. Always getting agitated, angry I. That is the puny I we have. But the aim is Brahman, all pervading, all encompassing, where the whole universe is appearing to be. That is the goal of that Atma. So he says, Pranabo Dhanuhu. The bow is the Omkara or the Upanishad Vidya. And Atma is the arrow. The arrow is the Atma. And what is the bullseye, the Laksha? Brahma, the Lakshyam Uchyate. Brahman is the Lakshyam. What do you have to do? Apramattena vedhavyam. Apramattena vedhavyam. Pramada. Pramada means inattention. We are always suffering from inattention. Apramatta means by being free of pramada. See, why are we always inattentive in our work? Today itself I was talking in the evening while taking food, I was telling Swamiji that our workers, they are jhaduing, sweeping here every day for half an hour, 1 hour and plucking the grass and all. But within 5 feet of that area, some coconut fronds have fallen for more than 10 days lying there. Some bricks are strewn around. They don't see that. And the whole day they are spending on a small area sweeping and plucking grass and all. Why this inattention? If you go there, you will find that they are talking to each other from a distance also, or otherwise talking is not necessary. When we are doing something, we are thinking of something else. Some desire which has to be fulfilled, or some desire which has not been fulfilled, or some jealousy about some others, or some blaming thoughts about others, or some clinging to something which we are not able to get, or some fear of losing something which we got after great difficulty. These are all hosts. Our mind is the host for all these things. How will the attention be? So the whole sadhana is to remove these and make the mind attentive. This apramattena vedhavyam. It's extremely important. In Kathopanishad also, in one place, he is saying that where pramada, just after the Nirvikalpa Samadhi he is talking about. Nacha pramada tapaso vapya lingat. There also it is there. So everywhere, I was talking about another shloka, but I don't want to go there, then I will lose track here. So, apramattena vedhavyam. You see that Arjuna example, everybody knows that he was shooting the arrow, that bird's eye and all. Everybody said that I am seeing the bird in the sky and around that is this, that and all. And when Arjuna was asked, he said, I am seeing only the pupil of the eye of the bird, nothing else. The bird also he was not seeing. That is the attention. Otherwise we will miss the goal. So apramattena vedhavyam. Vedhavyam means you have to hit and penetrate. That is it. You know, the other day we were talking in our parampara, our diksha, the initiation is called Vedha Diksha. In our parampara, the diksha is called Vedha Diksha. That means the initiation is given to hit the bullseye and penetrate the truth directly. So, apramattena vedhavyam sharavat tanmayo bhavet. Very, very important. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. Now, not like all shara, not like all arrows. This arrow has been sharpened. So, when it hits the bullseye, what will happen? It will remain fixed there. It will not come back to the bow again. It will not fall off on the ground. It will remain in the bullseye. In this case, it is more than that, because it is not the material arrow we are talking about. We are talking about the mind, intelligence, emotion, buddhi. So, it is not just hitting and remaining there as separate from that. Here, when the Atma arrow hits the Brahman bullseye, mark my words, the Atma arrow hits the Brahman bullseye, then what happens to that arrow Atma? It becomes Brahman. Brahmavit Brahmaiva bhavati. When it hits the Brahman, The knowledge is had and you don't have to gain anything. The moment you know that I am that, you become that. So, tanmayo bhavet, tat maya, tat refers to the truth. In many places, in the previous verse also, tat refers to the truth, the Brahman. That is a real Atma, real identity. Tat maya means he becomes that, he gets completely dissolved in that, smeared, and also it is actually get completely dissolved in that. As in Kathopanishad towards the end it is saying, Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrigeva bhavati evam muner vijanata atma bhavati Gautama. Oh Gautama, Yamaraja is telling Nachiketa, he was belonging to the Gautama lineage. Oh Gautama, yatha udakam, shuddham udakam, yatha shuddham udakam, shuddhe asiktam tadrigeva bhavati. When you pour pure water in a lake of pure water, in a vessel of pure water, or a lake of pure water, will you be able to identify that where your water is going? If the water you are pouring is also pure, the moment it falls into the lake, it becomes the lake water. There is no difference at all. You cannot identify anymore. But if you pour color water, then you can see the strain going. I have seen in Prayag that for a long time you can identify Ganga Yamuna separately, because the Ganga come with a more, it used to come, I am talking about 30-40 years back. I don't know what is the situation, because Yamuna in Delhi we find that it is full of froth and all. But those days Yamuna water was clear, bluish water, and Ganga water was muddy, it was reddish water. So you could understand they will not mix for a long time, it will be like that. So impure water or a colored water you can identify, but a pure water, when it falls in the lake, you cannot understand where it has gone. It becomes the lake water. Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrigeva bhavati. It becomes that. Evam vijanatah munehe atma bhavati. Vijanatah munehe atma evam bhavati. O Gautama. That vijanatah munehe atma. That means a muni, a thoughtful person, muni, who has become a knower. Vijanatah munehe means a thoughtful person who has become a knower, who has realized the truth. For him, the Atma, his Atma, what does it become? Evam bhavati. Evam means his Atma becomes the Brahman. Not after death. Don't think that after death the Atma goes out and gets into the Brahman. No. He realizes that there is no difference in the I and the Brahman. The two, it has got completely, it has become the Brahman. It has got dissolved into it. So that is the meaning of tanmaya, tatmaya. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. All examples are incomplete. Here we are taking the material example of an arrow hitting the bullseye. But it is not the arrow, it is the I in us, the small I we think about ourselves, that realizing the self, becoming the Brahman, becoming Brahman. It gets completely fused into that Brahman. Get back to the previous verse. Dhanurugruhitva upanishadam mahastram sharam hyupasa nishitam sannayita. Take the Upanishadic mantra, the Omkara Dhanus, and put that arrow, that is the Atma, that means our being, mind, intelligence, etc., which has been very much sharpened, purified by Upasana. Then what do? Fix it on that. Then ayamya means pull it, as in the Dhanus. To hit the bullseye you have to supply quite a lot of power into the arrow, so that it goes and straight, it doesn't fall before reaching the bullseye. It should hit the bullseye. So ayamya, you should imagine that. Now here, what is this ayamya, pulling the bow? You are not pulling with the hand as I am showing. It is what is tadbhavagatena chetasa. This pulling the arrow of the Upanishadic Mahastra, Omkara, is done with the Chetasa, with our mind, with our consciousness, with our mind. How? Tat bhava gatena. Tat means the truth. That means the Brahman. Tat bhava gatena. Now the chitta, I am going deeper and deeper, be attentive, follow. Our mind, chetana, our chetas, our chitta, it is normally thinking itself to be small, haunted by the sukha, dukkha, affectedness, this, that, so many things. Fragmented, small, not pure. But when we are becoming tadbhavagata, tadbhavagata means the bhava becomes that of the truth. What is that truth? Is it not infinitude? Is it not unaffected? Is it not imperishable, immortal? These are all about the truth we are talking about. It is not limited by the body, mind, personality. It is not that my Atma is different from the other Atma. It is all unified, one and transcendental. That is the bhava. So whatever we are studying about the Atma, that bhava, tad bhava gatena, means that bhava should occupy our mind. Then should not our mind become Brahman? That itself is becoming Brahman. Hey? Is it not? The body is never going to become Brahman. The mind which is now gripped by the small thoughts, differential thoughts, the punishing thoughts, affected thoughts, chotepan, kripana, all those things, that mind becomes completely given to the bhava of the Brahman, which is never affected, never limited by anything, never decaying, never dying, never getting born. So what will happen to that mind? It will automatically become Brahman. So this ayamya here, pulling the string of the bow, is actually you are generating that bhava of the truth in your mind in full potential, so that you become that. Lakshyam tadeva aksharam Soumya Viddhi. Oh Soumya, you hit that Lakshyam. They have already said in that second verse, what is that? Lakshyam Brahmatal Lakshyam Uchyate. The goal is the Brahman. So Lakshyam Tadeva Tat Eva Aksharam. Aksharam is again representing the Brahman, the imperishable, or Omkara, whatever you may say. Lakshyam tadeva aksharam Soumya Viddhi. Oh Soumya, you hit that Lakshyam, which is the Brahman, which is represented by the Akshara Omkara. Tat Eva. Such a small Eva, but you know how important it is? Our arrow will, Tat Eva means only that, nothing else. In hitting that, our mind will look for some, bliss. Oh, the arrow will go and hit the bliss, and you get the bliss and come back, and next day again look for bliss, no bliss. Bliss is good, of course, but the arrow may go to, while you are thinking of hitting the Brahman, you are thinking of your Shatru or Mitra who is behaving like Shatru. So where will the arrow hit? It will hit that person. It will hit whatever you want, some swarga or some job or some salary increase or some boss or subordinate, anybody. So the mind, whatever the mind is hosting, it will hit that. We should understand that. It is the mind which is becoming the Brahman. The mind becomes the soul. By the purity, the pure mind is the soul. In Yogavasistha, Param Paurusham Ashritya Nitva Chittam Achittatam. Param Paurusham Ashritya Nitva Chittam Achittatam. Tam Maha Padavim Mehi. Not Tam. Tam Maha Padavim Mehi. Tam. Tam Maha Padavim Mehi. Yatra Nasi. Ehi. Tam Maha Padavim Mehi. Yatra Nasi Nachetarat. The number I don't know. Shubha should help. Param Paurushamasritya Nitva Chittam Achittatam Tam Mahapadavi Mehi. Why should it be Tam? It is Strilinga Neha. Tam Mahapadavi. Tam Padavi is Strilinga. That is okay. Tam Mahapadavi Mehi Yatra Nasi Na Chetarat. He says that Param Paurushamasritya. What is that Paurusha? It is the self-effort. People say that our Hinduism is always, it is fatalist, it is always believing on fate and karma. Oh, my karma, my fate, my fate. No. Everywhere it is, emphasis is on Paurusha, the self-effort, the self-will. We have to choose. Kathopanishad repeatedly says that every moment the world, nature is coming with two baskets before you, Shreyas and Prayas. It depends on you what you are going to choose. You choose Shreyas, the result will be this. You choose Prayas, the result will be the other one. One will take you to the auspicious goal, the other will take you away from the auspicious goal. But the choice is yours. The freedom of choice is given to you. You have to choose. In Yogavasistha, in the second section, what is the name? Vairagya Prakaranam, then Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam. There Vasistha Deva is saying that with two hands raised, I am shouting that there is nothing called Daiva, nothing called Daiva, there is only Purushakara, Paurusha. But there is nobody to listen to me. Vasistha Deva is saying. It's quite reassuring. Actually, it's not that there is no Daiva. Daivam Chatra Panchamam. Daiva is there, but it all depends on what we are choosing. That the choice is ours. We have to choose. So, Param Paurusham Ashritya. Take refuge in that Param Paurusha, the Supreme Paurusha. Because whatever we do with our Paurusha. We eat and overeat with our Paurusha. With diabetes, we consume lot of sweets with our Paurusha. We go to the market and buy all the nonsense things because of COVID we are saved now. Otherwise, it is always, I think all those things are now failing. The business which is spoiling the whole society is now failing now. So, that is also Paurusha. We are applying our Paurusha in the wrong direction. We are not applying our Param Paurusham. So Param Paurusham Ashritya, we have to take refuge in that Param Paurusha, which always looks for the ultimate auspicious goal, the supreme goal of life. That Paurusha Ashritya, taking refuge in that. Nitva Chittam Achittatam. Mark the words very well. Nitva means taking Chittam, the mind which is full of thoughts of all kinds. Achittatam. When the Chitta, which is full of thoughts, is taken to the Achitta. Achitta means when there is no thought at all. Nothing is disturbing us at all. Tam Mahapadavi Mehi Yatra Nasi Na Chetarat. That is the supreme goal, the platform we attain. Mahapadavim, that is the supreme goal we attain, the platform we attain. Where, if I say, you will not be interested in it. Yatra na asi, na cha etarat. Na asi, na cha etarat. What does it mean? Where you are not there, not anything else also. So will you like to go there? Where you will not be there. You are afraid of that. You will think that I am going to die. That is why in Mandukya Karika, Gaudapada has said that Asparsha what is the starting point? Yoga vai Durdarsham Sarvayogi Vihi Asparsha Yoga vai. This Asparsha Yoga, this is called Asparsha Yoga, means there is no second. Sparsha, for touching, you have to have a second. Then only you will touch. So all our sukhas, the usual happiness, sukha we have, it is, we have something second which is making me happy. I am thinking by eating I will become happy. By marrying I will become happy. By studying I will become happy. By getting a job I will become happy. By meditating also I will become happy, thinking of a second that something will happen and I will become happy. Everywhere we are looking for a second which will be making us, giving us sukha. So Asparsha is that where there is no second, so there is no question of any touch. Yoga vai? Na, first line? Nama. That nama is not coming. It is Asparsha yogo vai nama Durdarsham sarvayogi vihi. Na? Durdarshaha sarvayogi vihi. Yoginaha vibhyati hyasmat abhaye bhayadarshinaha. The second line I always remember, the first line. Asparsha yogo vai nama. Asparsha yogo vai nama. Durdarshaha sarvayogi vihi. Yoginaha vibhyati hyasmat abhaye bhayadarshinaha. He says this Asparsha yoga where there is no second, nothing other than the Atma. You are not different from anything. Durdarshaha sarva yogi bhi. It is very, very difficult to attain that. Sarva yogi bhi, durdarshaha. Why? Yoginaha vibhyati hyasmat. Yogis are fearful of it. Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. That is, when this Asparsha yoga is about to happen, we are so bound to our small egoistic I, the Dehatma Buddhi, which is connected to our body, mind, personality. We are so clinging, that is the Sangha, that is the Sangha. We are clinging to that, and that clinging is so tight, much more than the hardest glue we have, like the concrete glue, that we are not able to leave that small, limited, cocoon-like I. So when that we are about to reach the infinite Atma, get dissolved in that Atma, we think that I am going to die. So being afraid of death, they come back from there. Abhaye bhayadarshina. The abode of fearlessness is that where there is no second, no sparsha. That is the abode of fearlessness. That is the I, that is the Brahman, that is the ultimate goal. But poor human being, we are afraid of that abode of fearlessness, thinking that I am going to die, because we are holding on to that. That is why I said that this bhogecha, 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 that tendency to enjoy, tendency to have a second, that is the greatest hurdle for any spiritual seeker who wants to attain the ultimate level, ultimate goal. It will not be possible until we are able to get rid of this tendency to enjoy something from the world. Because how can you? As long as you are wanting to enjoy something, means you are holding on to the smallness. It is enforcing your smallness, it is reinforcing your smallness. So, yoginaha vibhyati hyasmat abhaye bhayadarshinaha. This is Mandukya, from Mandukya Karika, I believe. Now, let us come back to Param Paurusham Ashritya Nitva Chittam Achittatam Tam Mahapadavi Mehi Yatra Nasi Na Chetarat. by employing the supreme self-will, the supreme self-effort, we have to take the chitta, the mind, which is always indulging in thoughts. Thoughts of what? Thoughts of likes and dislikes, thoughts of raga dvesha, nothing else. It is always hitting tad bhava. It is not in the tad bhava. It is always given to the vishaya bhava. Vishaya bhava means the bhava of the objects, bhava of fragmentation, bhava of smallness, bhava of superiority, inferiority, bhava of raga dvesha. So tad bhava gatena chetasa means that those raga dveshas have to be completely cleansed, and we have to fill our mind with the tad bhava, the bhava of the Atma, the bhava of the Brahman. That is the taking the chitta to the achitta, achittata. Tam mahapadavimehi. Then you will get to that supreme abode, the supreme platform, where yatra nasi na chetarat, where you are not there. What does it mean? You are not there, you alone are there, but not in the sense you think that I am there and the world is not there. No, no, it is not like that. Your small identity is not there. You have got dissolved, fused in the Brahman, and there is nothing else. Yatra na asi, you are not there. Na cha itarat, and nothing other than you also. Because it is the transcendental level where there is no subject-object division also. There is no multiplicity. Even calling one also is wrong. There is no one, there is no multiple, there is no two, nothing. It is such a transcendental state. That is why our Upanishad and the Vedas say that yan neti neti vachanair nigama avochuhu. This state, the Vedas means Upanishads also, they are part of the Vedas, can speak only in the terms of na iti. Why? This state, if you describe by some concept, some term, that it is like this, like that, etc., then it becomes a concept of the mind. You are thinking of that. So it is an object in your mind which your Atma is knowing. It is revealed by the Atma. It is not the revealer, but it becomes revealed. So, whatever concept we give, so it is only one? No, it is not even one. Is it then two or many? No, it is not two, neither two nor many. Is it Sat? No. Asat also is part of it. It is Sat and Asat and beyond that also. Is it then Satchidananda, the Chit? Well, you can say Chit, that it is not the Achit, but it is beyond that also. Because Chit also, you have a concept of the Chit, you have a concept of the Sat, you have a concept of the Ananda. So it is not. Mosquitoes now they are so impatient, now they are getting inside also. ना ठीक है रहने दो अब तो so many. So far they were happy with this. Now that we have come to the truth, they want to get dissolved in me. Huh? No. So this tad bhava is very important here. I am tad bhava gatena chetasa. I am repeatedly saying, why? You should vibrate with that, you should resonate with that. Tad bhava gatena chetasa. From the Vishaya bhava, the mind has to become tad bhava. With that chetas, you have to hit the bullseye, that is the Brahman, with the Shara of your Atma. We will chant this too. Dhanur grihitva upanishadam mahastram
धनुर्गृहीत्वा उपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
शरं ह्युपासा निशितं सन्धयीता
शरं ह्युपासानिशितं सन्धयीता
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य विद्धि
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य
Your
विद्धि
sound should come from the navel. You have to chant, sit straight, chant in the manner that the whole being produces the sound. धनुर्गृहीत्वा उपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
धनुर्गृहीत्वा उपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
शरं ह्युपासा निशितं सन्धयीता
शरं ह्युपासानिशितं सन्धयीता
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
आयम्य तद्भावगतेन चेतसा
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य विद्धि
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्य विद्धि
प्रणवो धनुष्शरो ह्यात्मा
प्रणवो धनुष्शरो ह्यात्मा
ब्रह्म तल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
ब्रह्म तल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
प्रणवो धनुष्शरो ह्यात्मा
प्रणवो धनुष्शरो ह्यात्मा
ब्रह्म तल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
ब्रह्म तल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्
The next shloka यस्मिन् द्यौः पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
यस्मिन् द्यौ पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
यस्मिन् द्यौः पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
यस्मिन् द्यौः पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
तमेवैकं जानथ आत्मानम्
तमेवैकं जानथ आत्मानम्
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः
यस्मिन् द्यौः पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
यस्मिन् द्यौः पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
तमेवैकं जानथ आत्मानम्
तमेवैकं जानथ आत्मानम्
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः
He said that jasmine in which Dyauhu Prithvi cha Antariksham. Dyauhu Prithvi cha Antariksham. The earth, the heaven and the interspace. The earth, the heaven and the interspace. Everything is in that. Why? Because that is the consciousness in which this whole universe is appearing to be. Otam manah saha pranaishcha sarvaihi. Even the mind, the thoughts, the emotions, the actions of the vital energy, the vital forces, everything, there cannot be anything else. Everything, the whole universe is like it is written in the Atma. It is consciousness and consciousness alone. The whole universe is a state of consciousness only, nothing else. About gross objects, why do I have to say from the spiritual standpoint, even from the standpoint of science? Where is the grossness? There is no grossness at all. If you go to the elementary particle physics, there is no particle at all. We call them particle. It's not a matter, gross matter. It's finally, it is all probability waves and everything. But still, they are still, in science, we are still dealing with the objectude, not with the subject. And here we are dealing only with the subject, and we are discovering the entire objectude as floating in the subject, as appearing in the subject. Tam eva ekam atmanam janatha. Know that to be the only one Atma, not different Atma in different bodies going from one body to the other or going through the birth and death. No. There is nothing other than that. Tam eva janatha atmanam. Know that one, eka atmanam, ekam atmanam. Know that to be the one Atma. Why? In Mundakopanishad, Shaunaka wanted to know Kasminnu bhagavo vidyate sarvamidam vidyatam bhavatiti. By knowing what, everything will become known. And Nachiketa, what did he want to know? That Atma, which is beyond all entire objectude, beyond space, time, beyond causality, beyond morality, everything. He was not interested in knowing an Atma which moving from here to there at all. So here the reply is to both, to Shaunaka as well to Nachiketa, that know that to be the one Atma in which the whole universe, the heaven, the earth and the interspace are all ingrained. They are all appearing there. And what about your own mind, intelligence, buddhi and all? They are also appearing. The inner world as well as the outer world. Then comes the real instruction. What is that? Anya vacho vimunchatha. Leave all other words. Don't speak about Punarjanma. Don't speak about karma, this, that and all that. What is that? Agata and what is that? Agama and Prarabdha and all that. All are Anya vacha, vimunchatha. Leave all other words. Not to speak about your worldly likes and dislikes at all. Even in the religious, spiritual level also. Not to speak of anything else. Anya vacho vimunchatha. Leave all other words, all other gossip, all other argument. Why? Amritasya esha setu. If you want immortality, this is the bridge to immortality. This is the path. This is the mountain path to immortality. This setu has got two meanings. One is the, what do you call it? The mountain path. In English there is a name. Huh? Not the trail. The between two way we pass through that. Huh? No. A trail you can say, but there is another. So you call it path or call it a bridge. That is Amritasya esha setuhu. This is the path to immortality. Actually it is not a path. You become immortal. You don't reach anywhere physically. You don't reach anywhere in the space. You remain wherever you are. That the Atma, the small Atma you thought to be yourself, that Atma becomes na. It doesn't become. That Atma is known as the universal, transcendental, only Atma, the consciousness. Anya vacho vimunchatha. You should take it by heart. Whenever you are talking, you are getting into arguments and all that. Anya vacho vimunchatha. Amritasya esha setuhu. Yasmin dyoh prithvi chantariksham.
यस्मिन् पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षम्
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
ओतं मनः सह प्राणैश्च सर्वैः
तमेवैकं जानथात्मानं
तमेवैकं जानथात्मानम्
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चथ
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः
अमृतस्यैष सेतुः.
See, this is what Upanishadic sadhana is. It, as we gave the example, it is like a ripe mango is hanging on the tree. We are trying to pluck the mango with the stick and with the what do you call the sickle or so, something. Maybe sometimes we are successful, but sometimes even the mango falls and breaks. We are not able to have it. But a bird sitting on another tree far away sees the mango, the red ripe mango, simply flies straight to the mango and starts eating it. So here, lot of analysis of various kinds is not there. The truth is only one. But you have to ayamya tadbhavagatena chetasa lakshyam tadevakshanam somya viddhi. You have to hit that goal by making the mind pure. And there comes all the upasana. Meditation also is a kind of upasana, as long as it is not the aparokshanubhuti. All these we will do to make our mind chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu padabdhaye. After purifying, when everything is purified, then the mind itself, it reveals the self. The self is revealed through the mind. Okay. Om Sahana Vavatu
Om Sahana Vavatu
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Ma vidvishavahai
Ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi.
See, our Baba also used to say, not only Baba, it is also in our lineage. Narayana Tirtha Dev also used to say that, Ore, dhyan korte hoy na, dhyan hoy. Ore, dhyan korte hoy na, dhyan hoy. Meditation is not to be done, it dawns. Don't try to meditate, the meditation will dawn. When will it dawn? When the mind becomes pure, the meditation will dawn. In the pure mind, the meditation dawns. Okay.